my business went from 6 figures to like not even a 15K month. But a lot of people have this TikTok fish brain mindset because if you don't have any leads coming in, if you never even thought about how you're going to get leads, you're never even going to get to that part of the business to even worry about it. If you guys could take 3 things from this video, that's all right, y'all. I'm making this video to kind of just reflect on the last 2 years of me being in business. Me starting my first business at 18 years old, which was generating no revenue at all the way to a 6 figure business. Now, it just didn't happen in one day. And that's why I also wanted to make this video, is because I meet a lot of guys my age and a lot of new people in the industry, which is real estate. That's the industry I'm in. And a lot of people think it's like get rich quick, and it's not. I learned a lot of things just being in business and being an entrepreneur. And I'm grateful to say I've had a lot of experiences most people haven't in such a short time. I don't want to make this video too long. I don't even want to edit the video too much. I want to kind of talk about the things I learned and experienced making a 6 figure business. And most people can't say they did that before 21 years old. And it's cool. I got a lot of experiences before my friends even graduated college that you can't even learn unless going through what I've gone through. First thing, touching back on what I just brought up, most people go into entrepreneurship thinking they're going to make money right off the bat. It's definitely not the case. I chose to drop out of college my first probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks in there, and I wanted to dive into entrepreneurship. Now, I had the same thought. I thought I was going to be making money right off the bat. And I was wrong. I didn't make my first dollar in my real estate business probably for like 9 months. Now it's different. Like I meet people and I work with them and point them in the right direction before they get to make those mistakes I made. The big thing I learned is there's really no such thing as mistakes or failure. Like the things I did, money I've wasted, and the money I've left on the table, you look back on and you're like, dang, this is a good lesson. And I guarantee you I'm not going to do it again. And I'm not going to mess up again like that. That will happen so much. It'll get to a point where 10 or 12 deals fall through all different ways, where it's like, let's say the first deal, this happens. You make sure that part doesn't happen. But the second deal, you made sure it didn't happen, but another thing happened. And it eventually, you keep on racking up so much bumps in the road. I don't want to call it failure because it's not failure, but you keep on racking up so many bumps in the road. Your process gets refined so much where you start having a well oiled business, then it's a smooth journey. And also, I want to add to you never want to have a smooth journey. Me and my team, we never want to be comfortable. We always want to be adding stuff in our business. And that's how we are able to grow so much. There's people I met in the industry 2 years ago where we both started at the same time. And I'm way up here and they're still down here doing 1 to 2 deals a month. And that's because I never get comfortable. Me and my partners never allow ourselves to get comfortable. And we always look forward to adding new things to our business. How can we keep everybody busy? How can we add new funnels? This is what we focus on. Let's go back to when I was 18. I started my business. I got into wholesaling just like pretty much anybody in real estate started. Probably a lot of wholesalers are going to be watching this. I'm probably going to target this video to mostly wholesalers, but other entrepreneurs, this is pretty much cookie cutter advice to you. You're not going to make money I would say your first couple months. And that's just what it is. That's not even there to unmotivate you. I encourage people to get into wholesaling. Like wholesaling is a great business that doesn't really require too much money up front. You can start seeing profit within 3 to 5 months, even 1 month. It depends on how much experience you have. Like just me being in business and meeting a lot of different business owners. There's some business owners that'll take $150,000 SBA loan out and not even profit for the first 3 years. And people look at me crazy when I say, hey, you got to spend $1,500 to $2,000 on your business in wholesaling, and you'll probably expect a return in 2 months. That sounds great in my eyes. I would pick that over any other business. But a lot of people have this TikTok fish brain mindset where they want results in like 2 weeks or they're just going to drop. And if you're one of those people, I wouldn't suggest you get into any type of entrepreneurship or any type of business. And you should just go back to a 9 to 5 if you want that guaranteed check or guaranteed money. You can't have that instant gratification mindset. You got to have that delayed gratification mindset, especially sales. It's a sales job. In order to get a lead to close to a contract, and that contract to get sold to a buyer, it's a numbers game. And before you even get a contract, it takes about 7 to 10 points of contact to even get that seller to agree to work with you. That's going to take a little more than 2 weeks. That might take about 2 to 3 months. But after you stay consistent and persistent, working on your pipeline, keep on adding new leads to your pipeline, that pipeline starts to spit out deals because you kept on working on it, you kept on staying consistent, You didn't have the TikTok brain and drop it after 2 weeks, and you're finally seeing results. Most people never get to the stage. I seen a cool picture. I want to find it. If I find it before I post this video, you guys will see it. But it was a chart where it was like a graph to success, and it was a straight line, and then it went up all of a sudden. Going up, it was showing like the success of your business. And then right before the thing went up, it would point right here. So this is where everybody quits. And then right after everybody quits, then it goes up. And that graph kind of really motivated me because like every time I feel like quitting, or not quitting, but like every time I feel unmotivated or like dang, like this isn't working, I kind of think back to that graph and I realize like dang, everybody else is feeling just like and the successful people that their businesses blew up felt just like this. But only the successful people, they decided to push a couple more days and a couple more days and their business finally blew up. So I get a little excited when I think about that graph because when I feel like that, I know everybody else is feeling like that. And all I got to do is not quit because everybody else is going to quit. And that competition just gets smaller and smaller because it gets lonely at the top. I don't really know where I want to go with this video. I'm just kind of going off on a tangent. I feel like it's midnight or it's 1 o'clock in the morning right now, and I'm not tired. And I just want to kind of reflect because I just turned 21. I also see a lot of YouTubers make little videos like this, just talking. And if you guys mess with it, I'll do a lot of these sit downs. I need a video to post anyways. It's been 2 days. I broke my video a day streak already. So expect this to be out by tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't really start seeing great results in my business. No, I actually didn't start, not great results, but I didn't actually make a single dollar from my business until 8 months. And then it's been really stagnant, just getting by for like a year after that. The thing is, look, I thought back to the graph. Everybody was probably thinking, like, if I told people, I didn't really tell people much, but they would have looked at me and like, probably would have said, "Dang, it's time for you to start getting a real job or start going back to college because this isn't going to work out. You can't start a family like this." If I would have just listened to those people, I probably would have been miserable because there's no better feeling to work and it's going directly to you and it's bettering you as a person. Obviously, I'm not looking down on people who work 9 to 5s. I don't. It's just for me, it's a passion of mine. It's 1 a.m. and I could be sleeping right now, but this stuff makes me feel good because it's bettering me as a person. I'm not working for another person. This work is for me. And during that year of stagnancy and me just getting by doing probably making 10K for the whole year, I was racking up credit cards, bro. Like I wasn't really making much money and I was trying to do it with a W-2 job. Let me actually go back to that. Before I started entrepreneurship, I worked a W-2 job and I realized I couldn't do it. And I decided to take a risk on myself because I'm young. I was 18 or 19 at the time. And I just decided like if I'm going to take a big risk in my life, it's going to be now because at 19, I don't really care if I go homeless. I don't care if I get evicted. I don't really even care. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anybody relying on me. I don't have kids that are wanting me to feed them. That's the thing. Most people, it's hard for me to give people advice because most people aren't in my position. A lot of people I talk to have kids, have a family, and I'm like, hey, you can't do what I did. I had a 10K credit card limit, and I was like, dang, this is going to set me off for 9 months, 8 months of living max. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to quit my job and I'm going to go full time in my business. And worst thing that could happen is I got 10K credit card debt, and that's it. Worst thing that could happen to me is I just have to go get another job in 10 months. That's how I looked at it. And at that 8 month mark, I had like 10K credit card debt. I wasn't able to pay my rent. I got by, nothing bad happened. But I was getting really close to going to have to get a job. And I stayed persistent, I stayed consistent, and I made a small amount where I was able to hold over for a little more. And it was like that for the whole year. Like I was paying a lot of interest on credit cards, probably 300, maybe $200 a month on interest for credit cards because I couldn't pay the whole thing off. I was just getting by after paying my rent. I was doing a deal every 2, 3 months, able to just barely get by. The thing is, I wasn't down bad. I didn't really think nothing of it. I was just, I'm young. It doesn't really matter to me. These are the risks you have to take. This is the stuff you have to go through to better yourself, to learn, to grind in your business. And you have to be a little crazy like that if you want to be an entrepreneur. Let's go back into a year, right? After that year of just barely getting by in business, I was doing deals, but it wasn't efficient. Like it wasn't like great. I had a couple failed partnerships. That's another thing I learned in the business is like there's literally gonna be people that you think are like this with you, bro. Like that you guys are gonna be friends or you guys are gonna be cool to the day you die and it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows. Business partnerships fail, it happens, it does. I had probably 3 or 4 business partnerships that failed and I would have never expected them to fail. that happened. And you learn each one. It's like you kind of learn, you can get an experience from each one. It's like, dang, okay, I won't let that happen again. And I'm sure you guys are going to get in business partnerships with friends, and I encourage it. But most likely, you're going to have some failed partnerships that you're going to learn from, and they're just learning experiences. When you do find a good business partnership, it's great though, because you guys both push each other. And if that person's doing something, if that person's going above and beyond, it makes you want to go above and beyond. That's a healthy business partnership. And if you could find that and you can identify that in the beginning, for the time being, it'll be great. And that's kind of my current business partnership right now. If that person is going above and beyond, it's like now I don't even want to go to sleep because I want to go above and beyond and match that person, or else I'm going to feel bad. It's hard to do it solo. It really is. Like I always tell people, I'm not Kobe or Jordan. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to like push me as well, or else being alone, it's kind of, I don't know, it kind of sucks. So I would say find a good, strong business partner that you guys can build an empire together, and you guys can delegate different tasks in the business, and it makes it a lot easier, and you guys can do a lot more volume. But it wasn't for like that whole year. I probably messed up 3 business partnerships, and it wasn't until I found a really good business partner to really deal with. And that's what kind of enabled me to make a lot of money in the business, was just finding a good business partner. We started doing a decent amount of deals, but it finally got me into the mindset where it's like, okay, I have an active business now. Now it is where it is today, where we got a 6-figure business, which is great. But it just wasn't the business partnership that got me that. I was finally able to get into a part of the business where most people never see. This is what I was talking about, where I've met people I've met 2 years ago who are still doing 1 to 2 deals a month. And I'm way past that. And that's because a lot of people dream of getting into this zone of going from working in the business to working on the business. And I was finally able to do this for the first time and scale out. And instead of me talking to sellers, I was able to find somebody to run that whole team. Instead of me talking to buyers, I was able to find somebody to work that whole team. And it was great. And we started building a fantastic team and a great team chemistry where we're just working great together. If you can get to this point where you have systems in place, all you have to think about is how to make each guy's life busy, this is where it really starts blowing up. Now, it sounds like it's all sunshine and rainbows from there out. It wasn't. There's a lot of lessons I've learned from building teams, and that's you can over automate really quick. For some reason, a lot of people don't like to work. And I feel like once we started having a lot of revenue come in, we kind of had that mindset, but we wanted to push a lot of our work off and take us out of the business by delegating. And as soon as we did that, as soon as I replaced myself really quick out of the business, my business went from 6 figures to like not even a 15K month. And it was a costly mistake. We probably lost like 150 grand just in bad decisions, whatever. But you live, you learn. And it's like, it's things that I can be a mentor towards people who I meet in the business now, to not over delegate and not over automate right away, not even for the first 10 deals. Like you really have to understand your sales processes, and you really have to understand every single role in the business so you can easily delegate stuff and you can easily identify a sales process for each part of the business. And that's something I didn't know. And as soon as we did a couple deals, I hired the positions out right away with me not even being a master in each position. And that's something I take back. Well, actually, no, I don't take it back, because I would have never learned this unless I never went through over automating. And I know this lesson better than probably most people my age and even older than me, because I mean, we lost a lot of money doing it. So that's probably like the biggest lesson I learned in business so far. And that's trying to take myself out of the business. For me, like now it's great. Like now we are back good. And after that little era of us messing up a lot and losing a lot of money, I decided like I need to lay off a couple guys. I need to put myself back in the business and oversee a lot of the operations. And I was realized a lot of stuff was falling through the cracks. A lot of stuff wasn't getting followed up on. Automations weren't going through. Communications were poor. And this is stuff I wasn't realizing because the business owners and the partners of the company, which me and a couple other guys, we wanted to take ourselves out of the business immediately. And it was the worst decision we've ever made. It was the worst and best decision we've ever made. Let me take that back. The worst, just because we lost a lot of money, but the best, because you can't put a price on that lesson. Most people don't learn that. And they never even get a chance to even learn that. And like now going forward, making new businesses, and making like new sales businesses, I went through the whole process, and like I know almost every single thing, like the small little things that nobody would ever think of. I think of, and it'd be really hard for me to make another mistake in the business because we fine tuned. We've had so many bumps in the road that we refined, where it's like we're kind of untouchable in our business. The last biggest lesson I learned, right? I'll probably put this in the beginning. I don't know how I want to structure it. You guys should just watch the whole video and get my watch time up. I'm trying to get monetized. I need 4,000 watch hours. But this is another one of the biggest lessons I learned. And this goes into every other business, right? This is literally a cookie cutter template of every business in sales. I see most people come up to me, they're talking to me about, oh, well, everything else, like, oh, I need to get my LLC, I need to get this, I need to get this. I need to worry about the back end systems, I need my CRM, I need this employee. In my head, now, like obviously I was one of them too in the beginning. Like I needed to know everything, I needed the contracts, everything. But the thing is, now in my head now, and this is I steer a lot of people in the right direction now and I get them taking action ASAP, is okay, why are we even worried about that stuff if you don't even have any leads coming in? Because if you don't have any leads coming in, if you never even thought about how you're gonna get leads, you're never even gonna get to that part of the business to even worry about. So your worry should never even be about anything other than the business. Then, okay, how do we generate leads first? But this is the first thing you guys got to tackle in the business. And when you guys understand this and you guys start anything, you're going to game plan. Okay, what are we going to do for lead gen? How are we going to attack lead gen? Because we need leads going through the pipeline. We need to automate the lead gen, or else we don't have a business. We don't make money without leads. And when you have this mindset in the business, now it's like, okay, as soon as you start a business, the first thing you do is get leads. And then the leads start coming in. Now it's like now you're in the problem. Now you can start actually, okay, what are we gonna do? How do we find the contract? Where's the contract? Now you can worry about it because now the seller said, yeah, I want to sell my property to you. Now it's okay to worry about that. Like the people that I like talk to, people in my Discord, whatever, if you want to join the Discord, comment below. You can have the same help. It's not hard to get a connection that's willing to help you out. It's really easy. There's hundreds of people in Facebook, thousands of people in the Facebook groups. You can reach out to people, cold DM people, say, hey, can I just use you as a resource just in case I need help? And I love to throw you free deals. Everybody was going to say yeah. And when people that I help know that they have that comfort that they can just text me if they need a contract, if they need a transaction coordinator, if they need help opening escrow, if they know they can just call me and they can get that answer and I can just get them focused on their next step in the business. And if that's getting leads, I need them focusing on that. And everybody should be focusing on that. And it helps them a lot. I love helping people, by the way. That's the other biggest thing I learned in the business is you need leads first. Like you have to. Like no leads, no business. You should get that tatted on you. You should get that on your wall somewhere to remember that. No leads, no business. If you want to make money in your business, it always goes back to leads. Do we have leads coming in? Now, if you got a lot of leads coming in, now that's different. Now it's like you could look at the acquisition team. It's like, okay, how is the acquisition team? Are they following up? Are they negotiating good? Like what's going on in there? That's where you can start being in your business owner bag and now figuring that stuff out. Most people don't even get to that point because they're always worried about everything else but the leads. Focus on the leads, guys, and you guys will probably be ahead of 99% of people. I don't even know if I wanted to cover what I wanted to cover. I think that's cool, right? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to title it. Probably scaling my business from 0 to a 250K talk. I'm just kind of talking. I'm bored. It's late at night. I'm not tired. But yeah, if you have any questions, like, because I can go off on tangents on a lot of topics, even that lead topic. I could go off on a 15, 20-minute video just strictly on that and going in depth in that. If you guys like want me to go into depth on stuff, I just wanted to kind of reflect on the last 2 years of me going from $0 a month to 6 figures. It was a long journey. If you guys could take 3 things from this video, that's get rid of the TikTok mindset. Second would be without any leads, there's no business. 3, don't try to take yourself out of the business fast. You should be a part of your business and you should know the business and the whole sales process like the back of your hand before you even start taking yourself out of there. That's my advice, y'all. I gotta cut it because you guys probably aren't gonna watch the whole video. I want to make this maybe at least a 17-minute video. This is 30 minutes, so we'll figure it out. I appreciate you guys, and now it's time for me to edit because I gotta post this at tomorrow. And like, comment, subscribe. Road to 10,000 subs. It'll be easy, light work, and I like these. If these can blow up, if these videos can blow up, I really don't want to be that YouTuber that has to drop $1,000 on a thumbnail, has to do certain niche things. I'll be seeing YouTubers that just talk like this and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And if that could be me, I'm cool with that, bro. I'd be cool with that. Because I don't, bro. My thumbnails are tough though. They're tough. But it's just like I don't want to go into that. I'd rather just do this. This is way better, bro. And yeah, you guys are gonna be seeing me a lot. Like I have way bigger goals, way bigger accomplishments I want to accomplish. Um, I want to go from 6 figures to like 7, 8 figures, bro. Like those are my goals for the next year and a half. And you guys will be, I'm gonna take you guys on my journey with me. I'm gonna do a lot more of these. I'm gonna be filming. I'm gonna be vlogging. I don't really care what niche I'm going into, bro. It doesn't matter. Like I don't even want to be niche specific. You guys are gonna see my whole life. Appreciate you guys. Now I gotta figure out how to chop this video. I'm out. Subscribe, y'all. Appreciate you.